Right, Helena, first of all, if you want to say your name and the group you're involved with.
Helena Paul, and I'm from EcoNexus.
Okay, so I remember we sort of talked a few years back, and the whole thing around biofuels was pretty horrific then, and the countries involved was quite horrific as well. What have been the developments in that side of thing in terms of the land grabs and the countries that are being affected by this project?
All the things that we thought that would happen with biofuels have happened, I think, and biomass is even worse because biomass is completely unsustainable, and the fact that it's extending to solid biomass as well as biofuels is just devastating. And it seems extraordinary to me that the government should be offering loan guarantees for something that's completely non-renewable and completely unsustainable. What we should be doing, instead of grabbing land from people and turning land for food into land for fuel, and instead of getting people involved in industrial agriculture, this is just one other way of doing that, we should be trying to reduce demand, to reduce consumption. And one of the things that really struck me today was that unless developed, so-called developed countries start doing that, we're laying up even more trouble for ourselves, because the emerging middle classes of other countries are going to say, we want this same energy-dense lifestyle, and then we really are going to be finished. The impact of China on forests is already enormous. It's time that the British government not only looked to its own policy, but thought about the terrible example it's setting to the rest of the world by acting in this manner.
And is it the case that, like places like Drax, to do that sort of like wood and coal combination, they have to sort of go to natural hardwood forests? Is that right? They have to actually burn hardwood to use.
Hardwood is much preferred by them. I'm afraid I'm not an expert on that.
Right.
But I think hardwood is much preferred. And of course, really, the co-firing is really just a way to try and prevent the UK from breaching the very generous limits it set itself. So it's a complete con, really, this idea of co-firing. It's also extremely wasteful because it burns wood at 35% of efficiency. I mean, to take hardwood from the United States and then burn it at 35% efficiency, what kind of abuse is that?
So this is really more about like keeping plants like Drax open rather than looking at the best way to have an energy policy.
Yeah, basically it's about maintaining the status quo, not changing anything, just enabling things to continue as they have before while pretending that this is a renewable energy policy. There's nothing in common.
Lovely, thanks a lot, Helena.